All right, so this morning we're doing a little side dressing. This is my first time ever running this. Dad was almost finished up, but had to run out to make his next appointment, and so he said, hey, can you finish up for me? So we're figuring out how to do this. But this is, like I said, my first time, so try not to run down too much corn. So I finished up that last field, and I'm just finishing up the headlands now of the big field here, because this last round of headlands didn't get done. So let's see if we can figure this out. So when I say side dressing, what we're doing is putting a little bit of fertilizer on the corn at this later stage. So the corn got some fertilizer when it was planted, and then it got some fertilizer. I think we put some on with the herbicide, and then when the corn gets a little bit bigger, while we can still drive through it, we give it just another little bit of fertilizer to keep it growing. So we're only putting on about 16 gallons per acre, which is not very much, but that's what was called for in our plan. So that's what we're gonna do. All right, so I just gotta run down to the other end of the field now. So the reality is that you run down some corn when you're doing this, but the idea is that the rest of the corn is benefited far greater than the little bit of corn that you run down. So we try not to run down any more than we need, but you just can't get too stressed out about the little bit that you do run down, because it's just part of this game. So this is a different sprayer than our pool type sprayer. This is a 3-point sprayer that we have set up for side dressing, and the reason it's set up different is because it has drop nozzles on. So what that means is that we're not spraying the fertilizer on the corn, because it could burn the leaves of the corn. So what we're doing is the fertilizer is going down through those long nozzles and just dribbling on the ground, and not going over the leaves or the plant at all, really. So that's why this sprayer is different. We have this set up for side dressing, so the nozzle spacing is on 30-inch centers, obviously, to match the corn. That's it for side dressing. That's the last of the corn that we need to side dress. So we're gonna get this thing washed up, put her away for the year. All right, there we have it. Beans are planted, corn is sprayed with a rebuilt pump on the sprayer, and all the barley corn is side dressed. And we've been working all afternoon setting up in the hog barn, because Monday little pigs come. So just keeps coming at you. All right, first little pigs in the barn. So we just got a partial load today because they dropped off the other half of the load somewhere else. And so we have like 540 today coming, and we got all the helpers out because it's summertime. No school, so makes it go really fast, especially when we're going all the way to the back of the barn.
First batch of little pigs. I need to grab a bag.
Yep.
Do you mind grabbing this next one? So Jaren, actually, you helped load out this morning, and we're bringing them in. I wonder if that's ever happened, where we had in the same day a load out and then bringing in.
Probably. There's a lot of brown ones in this box.
There are. My favorite? I'm gonna have to go look. Comes Tegan. There's the boss.
Some last
Main
minute
man.
electrical work. These outlets are often get boogered up, so we gotta swap a couple out.
Jaren said there's lots of brown ones. I'm like, my favorite? Alright guys. All the way in. All the way. Let's go. Hey. Alright, welcome to your new home. So usually walk down the aisle as much as I can, but then start hopping the fences because otherwise they'll stop. Oops, my bad. I forgot to open the next gate. How about just take them that way, and then we'll bring them back. Sorry, my bad. All right, there you go. I'll open the next gate for Jaden. Oops, I mean the next gate for Tegan, not Jaden. What? I said I'll open the next gate for Jaden, but I was like, oops, it's Tegan coming, not Jaden. I thought my group was pretty good.
Yeah, some of them, like the other half is all the way up there already.
Right.
Hey, Tegan, you didn't open a gate.
I accidentally did the same thing.
Yeah, solid jokes.
We're not on our A game.
How'd it go?
Good.
Fast. This is a small load.
When you only have 500 some and you have like 5 people helping, it doesn't take long. We're minus Kaylin. She's not here this week. She's still in her youth group missions trip. They call it the James Project, so they're at a camp where it's all special needs campers, and so they're there to like serve the campers and help the workers there. So excited to hear how our week is going. They can't take their phones or anything, which is good. So we don't really know until she gets back. And then the twins will be gone next week for their mission trip in Philly. And then we go on family vacation. And then Jaden goes on something called Operation Wilderness. So July, that's July in a nutshell. And then it'll be August. Summer always goes at rapid pace.
Okay, so one little project that was going on here for a while, there was this old bedding chopper. They used to use it a lot, but we hadn't used it for a really long time. And it was up in the barn. And since up top we're always having to keep up with the cleaning out. We figured it'd be better if the bedding was chopped up because it's more absorbent. So we fixed up this old bedding chopper, and that was one of the little projects that was going on. And we were originally just gonna use it up top, but I think we're gonna start using it up top and down here in the kennels. So this is the old bedding chopper. Supposed to be in this groove, and it slid down into the other groove, which is wrong. It's not working. Nice and bedded up. Look at that guy. He's like buried in it. Comfy?
All right, it's a beautiful July day, and since the boys are around to help out, we thought it's a great time to do the final prep work on our commodity bay cover. You guys saw us built this frame a long time ago, and we just never got the cover on yet. The cover's been sitting here for a couple weeks, and we have a couple pieces to weld in, and then we just need to do some cleanup work. And so the boys are working at doing that cleanup work a while. We're just hitting all the welded joints with the sander to make sure there's no burrs that's gonna nick the tarp. And then just spraying some paint on those spots that were welded. So we're gonna finish up those spots, and hopefully we can pull a cover on today. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna switch skid loaders quick. Dad wants that skid loader to do some manure cleanup, and we finished up the feeding, so this one's available. So
bringing out the tall man to help with the standing.
Try to close up the gap a little bit so it's not so hard to weld. Careful, that's hot, but just hold that near there. We're just gonna see if we get a measure. 42 1/4. Let's go see what we have, if we can cut a piece. Good. Let's take a look. Hey Jaden, can you stand back there and tell me if this bar is parallel with that bar? Does this look at the same parallel with that bar?
Bring the bottom that way, is it? I think that's pretty good.
That's the one I was looking, maybe not. We were looking for a tarp the other night to cover that, and I didn't see this one laying down here. Soon, we're gonna be done with tarps. It's gonna be so awesome. It's not very fun to deal with these tarps. So, as soon as we can pull this over, then we should be done with tarp.
Dad couldn't find his marker, but I think it's still over here.
All right, I think we got all the welding done. We put those pieces in. Jaden's finishing up the last of the painting and sanding. We sanded all the spots we welded, and we sprayed a little bit of that cold galvanizing compound on there. So I think we're ready to start pulling the tarp on. We'll see how it goes. We're gonna do the ends first. One of the great things about getting this top on is cleaning up this mess. Look at this. The boxes that they were in, that all these ratchet straps were in, got wet in the rain, and they kind of just like fell apart. So the back seat of the truck has been covered in hundreds of ratchet straps for a couple weeks, and I'm ready to get it out of here. how it goes. Yeah, that's the cover.
These parts are going inside.
Yeah, these are the sides. But I don't know which is which. Oh, here we go. Mirrored. What's this say? Oh, it's the same.
It looks the same.
But it's gonna be, I think the only difference is which side the pockets are on. Let's go over in the grass and we'll lay it out.
I mean, all of our barns are white.
And all the hog barns are white.
Yeah.
Help feed it through there. A little bit of glue in there. It'll slip out later.
At the very end.
That's
You're
it.
there. There we go.
So now you can see why we needed hundreds of ratchet straps, because every one of these little holes gets a strap, which is great for holding the thing down, but certainly takes some time to get them all tight. Getting close.
I feel like it's gonna take long.
I think it'll go pretty fast now that we kind of know what's going on. All right, well, we got both ends on and we got this main tarp laid out here on the ground and we got the pipes put in it, but the wind has picked up a little bit. I'm just a little concerned that we're gonna be able to pull it on there if the wind is blowing. So we're gonna wait a little bit till the wind dies down and hopefully it's not so hot. Man, it is super hot out here. So that's all we're gonna do for right now. We'll pick up a little later. Let's do one the same on this pocket. Oops. Jeez.
How do you do?
It's nice. It's really sharp. It's really easy to kind of get away from you. How good can you draw a circle with a knife? Let's do these two then. Are you okay up there? Yeah, go ahead, Laventa. Are you up all the way?
Yep.
be in the middle. Go up a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, keep going up. Back up a little bit. You keep backing up as you go back. Okay, go up now first. There you go.
To get Jaden to stand on. Should I? Or Jaron?
Side.
What?
You gotta go over to Jaden's side.
Yeah, I know. Take it down.
I can't hear, so you tell me.
Take him down, sir.
Leave it down?
How much do you have? You need there. It should hang over the edge by a foot. But we'll have to start ratcheting it.
Yeah.
But we gotta slide that pipe in first.
Jaron, tell me how far front.
That's good.
That's good.
Up?
That's good.
All right, it's another hot one, but we're coming along. Been putting ratchet straps up. It's just me down here now. And we have almost all the end ratchet straps on. I need to go mount the ratchets to pull the ends tight. So I'm gonna do that next. And then we need to fasten along the front here and the back. And we should be pretty close, but it's looking pretty good. I'm pretty excited. It fit really great. Everything worked out pretty nicely. So just took a little while to get it all positioned. and lots of ratchet strapping. So we'll keep at it. What? Snapped it off. So I started pulling this end tight. This little strap here is what like gathers the end together and pulls this down. See how I pulled it down? But I don't like how it's pulling it over this end of this pipe. This pipe here. I have this little booty on there to protect it, but I'm gonna cut this pipe off flush. I think that'll be better, and it won't put stress like right on the corner of this cover. Come on. All right, looks pretty good. We're gonna put a pipe in the bottom here to keep that down, and we'll tie that down then eventually, but this is the edge of it. All right, there we have it. It's the end of pulling tarps over these commodities. So I'm pretty excited about this. I think it worked out pretty good. And yeah, excited to see how it's gonna work for us. So that's all we got for today. I got a couple more straps to put on, but I gotta get going because today, Heather's grandma is turning 90 years old and we're going to the birthday party.
Bonus in my life. Now, I'm really going to humble myself and say that I know I'm your dad's pleasant personality. You're always on top of things. And pretty much. She is.
Or next week, but this is the day that worked out for all of us. So it's been such a great afternoon of celebrating this most awesome woman. She's one of our biggest fans, right? you watch all of our episodes. Yeah, look at this. Here's the scrapbook my mom made for her, and this was some of our birds that we described her. And it says, Shelmar Acres fan. But we were just talking about this. My mom has pictures up. So this was my grandpa. We called him Pappy. He passed away several years ago, but this is their wedding picture. Look at how beautiful they are. But we were saying we think Tegan really resembles. So, anyway, but any advice you want to give to how you get to be 90 years old?
No,
No.
not really. I don't know how I got here.
Well, she definitely knows how to live life to the fullest. That's for sure. Right?
Yep.
She's an awesome example to all of us.
Well, I'm willing to try.
She is willing to try anything, and let me tell you, at 90 years old, she's not scared of change.
No,
No, that's amazing.
I want to see.
So anyway, happy birthday to Grammy, Great Gram. If you ever come by her, you just call her Grammy, because she's Grammy to lots of people, right? But you could also call her Dot if you want to. But
I don't even
Grammy is what you know. Yeah, she doesn't even introduce herself as Dot. She introduces herself as Grammy. So she's Grammy to a lot of people.
Happy birthday, Great Graham.
Thank you.